Of course, we have been liaising with the contractor before this cassette notice was issued last Friday. First is, of course, we had to ensure that the contractor mobilized actually to go to the ground to provide water. And then apart from that, this Wednesday, we'll be going to Turkana to have a meeting with the key major stakeholders, that's the governor and county commissioner, and the key one, so that we see how fast we can be able to form and nominate the committees which are stated within Turkana grievances committee. And then we expect to give it about 10 days so that we have the committee in place. And again, in as much as I think one of the questions which you highlighted is, you don't look at from expenditure perspective, because there'll be a lot of ongoing issues which are emerging actually on the ground. We are looking issues like security, which are quite often coming up quite often. We have tender issues, which are normally very sticky, and employment issues. So we hope this committee will be able to have a framework in which some of these issues will be addressed. And if you see again, most of the key committees are actually from within the community. And then they have a committee, which is interministerial committee, will be able to deal with the issues which are across the counties, which we have discussed. Again, it will be issues like security issues. It will be issues like, again, if issues cannot be able to handle, that one we can be able to handle at a higher level.
TAL has been operating in Turkana with little support from the ministry. We've not had enough engagement, which I want to announce today. TAL has tried in Turkana, but we did not place the right structures in place to resolve conflicts. In conjunction with the ministry, with the line ministries, Minister of Interior, Minister of Lands, I must say all the ministers, including Minister of Water. We have had discussions for the last 45 days on how we can resolve this problem. And therefore the government has decided that the first structure we put in place will be the Turkana Grievances Management Committee.
What is the right level to be able to spur investment in this country? If you kick in certain requirements too early in the cycle of the game, then that tends to keep the project taking longer. If you want to fast track it, there is a compromise to be made. So the conversation here is, what is that sweet spot? What is that compromise that needs to be arrived at? And I want to congratulate the CS for setting up these structures, because that's the exact conversation that needs to be on the table for discussion. On what costs have been expended during the disruption, there are two ways to look at this. You could look at it as a cost, or you could look at it as an investment. Mm-hmm. When the early oil pilot scheme was inaugurated, it tested two key things. One is the technical aspect, which is can oil flow and for how long and how quickly, which is being answered. And we, even in the 3 weeks or so that we moved oil, we picked some very crucial information. For example, at what temperature do you load the oil at in Lokicha? And at what temperature does the oil land in Mombasa at? We didn't have that data. So just 3 weeks of this exercise has given us tremendous information to be able to manage the energy requirement of keeping the oil fluid.